Your forecast first, sponsored by Matax Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Mid to Friday, temperature is pretty warm this afternoon, coming in at 85 degrees in Champaign, 88 in Decatur, 89 degrees in Lincoln, and 85 degrees in Mattoon, which is where we have our Charleston first bid weather camera up on our roofing dog on it. Earlier on today, we had more cloud cover, then we were able to see more sunshine. That allowed our temperatures to get close to 90 in many spots, with winds that remain pretty light and actually kind of variable as well, generally under 10 miles per hour. So a nice, albeit warm, backyard forecast. We're looking for things to stay warm for the weekend with a lot of sunshine, but it shouldn't be as muggy, so it'll at least make it feel a bit more comfortable. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now on WCIA 3 News.
More than a decade ago, a woman was stabbed to death inside her home. Today, the man who did it was sentenced for her murder.
Looters hit dozens of stores over the weekend. Who was arrested for a social media post police say started the protests.
And what started as one person protesting on a street corner has grown. Why people are spending hours together here.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
I think it's a just sentence for him.
The man who killed a woman in Mahomet more than 10 years ago will now spend the rest of his life behind bars. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini. Michael HENSLICK killed Holly Cassano in her home in 2009. Investigators say HENSLICK stabbed Cassano more than 50 times. WCIA 3's Courtney Bunting was there for sentencing today. She joins us from the courthouse in Urbana right now. Courtney, this has been a long time coming.
Paul, it certainly has, and this in a lot of ways is a day that Cassano's family has been waiting on for that entire time since she was killed. And although this is the outcome that they wanted, they say this isn't the end for them. Today, Judge Heidi Ladd heard arguments from both sides of this case, and she heard from Julia Reed, Champaign County State's attorney, who described the case investigators built against HENSLICK. Julia Reed talked about the DNA evidence from the scene linking HENSLICK to the crime. The defense argued that there were holes in the evidence. They also talked about HENSLICK's family ties and attempts to better his life. And to close, HENSLICK himself gave a long statement to Judge Heidi Ladd defending himself and his character. He claimed to not be guilty at all and said his only regret was not stopping whoever killed Cassano. Cassano's mother says the sentence is a result she wanted, but she doesn't feel justice can fully be served.
I feel sorry for his family, but his family still gets the opportunity to talk to him and write to him and know that he's somewhere. So on the other side of that, I still have the thinking that it's still unfair.
Judge Ladd defended her decision by saying there was no clear evidence showing that HENSLICK regretted what he did or that he was trying to better his life. She said it was difficult to fathom the rage he released on Cassano the day he killed her. Cassano's mother did tell me she wants to create something called Hawley's Law. Now, she says that will require taking DNA tests from suspects inside a courtroom so they're not able to avoid that process and arrest as long as HENSLICK did. Reporting in Urbana, Courtney Bunting, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Courtney, thanks. And we have new information tonight about remains found in Vermilion County. The coroner identified the person as 31-year-old Anthony Rausch of Paris. His remains were found in a field in Indianola in April. Investigators were able to make an identification through DNA testing. His death is being investigated as a homicide. We have an update on a deadly crash in Shelby County. It happened on Route 16 near 2008 East Road in Shelbyville Thursday morning. Investigators say 84-year-old Sidney Manning went into the road to get his mail, and that's when he was hit by 25-year-old Brian True. That crash remains under investigation. We now know the name of the man who drowned in a pond on private property south of Allerton. First responders say they got a call 44-year-old Christopher Pratt was swimming. People living on the property saw him struggling and called 911. The property owner says Pratt is a friend of the caretaker of that property. A man in Leroy is dead after a car crash in McLean County. Happened near 3200 East near 600 North Road. That's just northeast of Leroy. Investigators say the 36-year-old driver lost control of his car and was ejected into a field. The cause of that crash is under investigation. Champaign police say 50 businesses were damaged after looters ransacked several locations Sunday afternoon. Nearly 30 people have been arrested for various crimes. 16 of those suspects have been released because their bail was paid by the Champaign County Bailout Coalition. 19-year-old Shamar Betts of Champaign was arrested in Mississippi. He was wanted in Champaign for burglary. Betts was also federally indicted for using the internet to incite a riot in Champaign. The U.S. attorney says he used this social media post to call for a riot at Marketplace Mall. People gathered in TUSCOLA for their 4th day of protests. They've been at the corner of Prairie Street and Route 36 since 2 today. And that's where we find WCIA 3's Jen Lask. So, Jen, how have the protests changed throughout the week?
Well, Paul, it started with one protester here at the corner, then a couple, then a few more, and now fast forward to today with a couple dozen who are out here right now. Protesters of all ages are out here. Some of the youngest in the group are children. They didn't march. They all stood with signs at one of the most visible spots in the area, though, where they hope people who are waiting at the stoplights will be able to safely see their messages and then honk in support. I spoke with some of the protesters who explained why the message Black Lives Matter is so important.
You don't spray water in every house in the neighborhood if one's on fire, so I mean, I think this is something that people need to hear.
When you say Black Lives Matter, you're not saying that white lives don't matter, so it's really important to listen to and uplift Black voices, especially the Black voices in our own communities.
Protesters say they hope to see more people joining them, but other ways to help can be donating to organizations and having deep conversations with friends and family about racism in America. Now, this protest is going to be wrapping up at about 6 o'clock today, but they say people can continue stopping by until then. We've even had people crossing the street to join them as we were setting up for this live shot, and they say there will be more protests. Live in Tuscola, Jen Lask, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Yeah, and those protests, of course, continue across the country. Jen, thanks. Well, we've reported about several people's posts on social media that have landed them in trouble with their employers. Yesterday, a state representative's brother resigned from a board position after his comments surfaced on Facebook. Now, a fire chief is apologizing for a post on his personal page. WCIA 3's Gabrielle Franklin takes a look at the thin line between personal opinions and professionalism online.
People around the nation have voiced strong feelings about what happened to George Floyd and the unrest that followed afterwards. But while everyone has a right to the freedom of speech, experts warn that what you post on social media could leave a stain on your career. Lincoln's Fire Chief Bob Donofsky apologized for reposting something that alluded to shooting looters. In his apology, he said, quote, "In today's world of social media, what one may find cute or amusing can conversely be found offensive or hurtful by others. Experts say the digital world can serve as a way to hold people accountable."
Canceling or even doxing, which is where people will find out where somebody works and start messaging their bosses saying, hey, this person said this terrible thing, they shouldn't be, do you want somebody like that representing your company? And then those people can lose their jobs.
What's known as cancel culture is commonly seen among celebrities and public figures, but it can happen to people here in our own backyard as well. Reporting in Springfield, Gabrielle Franklin, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
A teacher with the Mattoon School District is under investigation for using the N-word in posts on social media. District Superintendent Larry Lilly tells WCIA Mattoon Community Unit School District 2 shares concerns regarding recent comments made in a post by an employee on their personal social media page. The comments made by the employee are not representative of the district's values, goals, and vision for our students, staff, and community. We're all looking for a reason to smile right now. Coming up in the Bright Spot, we have a few for you. Plus, one county might look like it has a lot of cases of COVID-19, but health officials say it is trending in the right direction.